We live, we live, we live. We make the setup, we live, bro. We live. We gonna talk some Chris Olave. Yeah, man, we is live. We ready to talk Saints, right? Football. We live. We gonna be chilling in here today to talk some Saints ball, man. We here to talk some Saints ball. We here. Let's talk about Chris Olave, man, right? And what it's gonna look like for his extension. What's it gonna look like for him and his extension? You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about that, get into that, right? Um, is he a wide receiver one or two, right? It's kind of like a two-part question for me because two answer because it's like I think he can be a number one, right? Number one is defined basically. I mean, you touching 1,000 yards like Terry McLaurin was viewed as a number one, and he was getting what barely over 1,000 yards. Now, if you want to talk about a dominant number one and a dominant number two, then we having a different thing. What's up, man? What's up with you, man? Daniel Berry Sports, man. What's up, bro? Appreciate you for showing up. But if you want to talk like that, then it's a different kind of story. You know what I mean? Like it's different. So I believe he'll won. Um, Now dominant one, we have to get into that. We have to see what he can do in his development stage or what he can do because he's been dealing with different quarterbacks throughout his whole career. Tyler Shuck, let's see what he do. I definitely think he could scratch 1,400 yards with Tyler Shuck. That's a number one, in my opinion. Right? That's a number one, definitely in my opinion. So we have to get into that. We have to get into those conversations, right? We have to get into those conversations. When it come down to it, right? 33 million. That's decent enough money for him. You got to realize, like I said, DK Metcalf, he viewed as a number one slash two, had better numbers than him. Played the same amount of games. But like I said, you just gotta take in consideration, man. Pay him. Go ahead, pay him. Give him the extension. However you feel about him, or if you feel this kind of way. I know some people don't view Olave as a one, but I damn sure whether you view him as a one and two, damn sure deserve to be on the team. You talk about it, Fire as number two if he is one, the best two in the game. Um, but like I said, if you view him as that, or you view him as like you said with like T Higgins, right? The number five, number two, or it could be a number one really if it would with Jamal Chase, but um, that tier with 1,700, like when it comes down to JSN and the JSNs and all this stuff like that, that's getting 1,700 yards. Jamal Chase, Justin Jefferson of the world, these guys are producing at an extremely high level, right? They're producing. What up? What up, Jerry G in the building? What's on with your brother? Who that to you? These guys are producing at a high level, right? So you give these guys a different, put them on a different bracket, a different tier than everybody else, and I'm fine with that. But they got some people that just really don't. I mean, I didn't heard. People really don't want to pay Olave like that. Um, not being cheap. You're talking about 30 million, 33 million. You can still go get you a. Olave is shown when proven healthy, he's good. So a lot of people take over them in the game. The Jets game, they had like 169 yards or whatever. No, I'm not really buying it. Um, whether one or two, the money he has to get paid. Um, you just got to be honest with yourself, man. And you got to be honest with yourself and stop trying to shit on the nigga, right? Pay the man. A lot of people want to say this because they don't want to pay the man, right? You just do not finna get no 40 million. We know that 33 million is reasonable, it's acceptable. So I don't see what the problem is in doing that at all. I don't see the problem in doing that. You know, a lot of people just want to play games, man. We can look at that. That's just we're gonna take a little dive at the numbers and see what's going on. And dude been scratching 1,000 ever since he got in the league, man. So we can't really be too, you know, abnormal to that situation. That's not really easy to just top no 1,000 yards. Wide receiver twos don't hit really 1,000 yards. Um, let's see, missing half of the season. So I'm gonna share my screen and pull up Olave stats. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We're gonna pull up his stats and we're gonna get into it. All right, we're gonna get into it. All right. Let's see. Let's see. How the hell is they got me on YouTube? Okay, I don't know why I'm on YouTube. Let me see. I picked YouTube. I'm supposed to get something else. But like I said, when it come down to it, man, I think you got to pay this guy, man. I don't think you can really get around it. Um, I think you're number one. I think you're number one. However you define a one, with the yards that he getting. Now you can have a difference between a dominant one, and a regular one. If you touching over 1,000 yards in the NFL, you a one. But if you touching 1,700, right, between people that we just seen the game like Jamal Chase's in the other world, and can't produce at a high level. What's up, brother, man? 95 HJ, what's out? 985 J, what's out with a brother? Who that to you? Um, so I'm gonna pull this up, right? Pull this information up. Let's see, Chris Olave, number one. Chris Olave stats, ESPN. Let's see. Uh, all right, let me get into it. This is ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? But we're gonna bring it out. We're gonna bring this shit out. You heard me? Let's see. Chris Olave stats. All right, let me pull this up. Let me share my screen. All right. So Chris Olave, right? Like I told y'all, you scratching 1,000, then you doing something good in this league. So we're gonna look at his stats and see the only time he wasn't scratching 1,000 when he was healthy. And people trying to say, well, he gonna be healthy. Boy, he was healthy for damn near full season besides the blood clot. And that wasn't a concussion issue. You fixed that. Um, so this is his Chris Olave's numbers, right? Um, he never played a full season. 15 games played, 72 receptions, 119 targets. I heard, I kind of heard Matt Wisconsin say he was targeted a lot and then coming down with it, but you were dealing with fucked up quarterback play. What's up with you, brother? We're dealing with bad quarterback play. What's wrong with you? Who that? Nola Chop Podcast. What's wrong, brother? And you're looking at this 1,142, 1,123, 400 when he was at 8 games, right? Just the outlier. You got to realize that he didn't play that much. And then you got 1,163. You know what I'm saying? With 9 touchdowns, right? 100 reception, caught the ball 100 times. You know what I'm saying? The longest was 53. Blew the top off of defense. You gotta realize this, man. When people just trying to create a narrative around a player because they don't want to pay a motherfucker no money. But this guy's been touching 1,000 since he got here. You know what I'm saying? So, you look at 15 games played, 16 games played, or 16 he played last year. He missed that final game with the blood clot, and so he's been healthy. Played 16 games, right? Half of this was played with shitty quarterback play. You had what? Trevor Simeon, I believe, throwing the ball. Yeah, that first year. Because I remember Jameis Winston got hurt. Then you had Andy Dolphin, which is decent, but it was a mix of different things going on. In 2024, you can't count this season. He only played 8 games. But when you look at it, bro, you just got to be honest with yourself, bro. Like, look at this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's wide receiver one numbers. You know, now you talking about a dominant one, the Jamal Chases of the world, the T Higgins of the world. I mean, JSN, Puka Nakua. That's different. But we don't know if this guy could develop in it because he's been dealing with shitty ass quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't even have like Tyler Shuck. If we believe who Tyler Shuck say he is, right? Then we looking at a quarterback that's going to elevate this man where he can probably get 1,700 yards. You see it with Justin Jefferson, right? Jamal Chase numbers dipped when Burrow got hurt. Justin Jefferson numbers dipped, right? Two touchdowns Justin Jefferson had that shit with barely scratching 1,000. And we know when he came to the league, 17, 6, 18, almost 2,000 yard season under Kirk Cousins, which was a solid, decent quarterback. And when he got J.J. McCarthy, which is not even a passing quarterback, because when he went to Michigan, it was a run-first team. You see a droppage in production. So I just don't really understand the narrative around the dude been dealing with shitty quarterback play his whole career, and people trying to say he not. Like, I don't have a problem just saying he could be a number two because he can. He could be a nice number two, but um, we can't really figure out this guy's potential if he been dealing with shitty quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the scheme don't work for him. He didn't play one full season, so you're looking at what, 3 years of play. The rookie season, which is excellent to have a rookie season. That's you can't even count nobody. His rookie season was better than JSN rookie season. JSN had what, 600 yards? He just came out the blue like that. Like, if you looked at JSN last year when he had 600 yards, you'd be like, yeah, he gonna be trash, mediocre too. Then he have a outstanding season once Geno Smith leave and Sam Darnold come in, more of a passer heavy quarterback. And you say his numbers take a damn, we're talking about what, 800-yard spike? You know what I'm saying? So let's give Chris Olave, right? Let's give Chris Olave a year to prove himself um, on his dealing. On let's see, I guarantee Chris Olave can touch 16, 1,700 yards. I think he could be that dominant. I do. I think he could be that dominant because he's just that exposed. He's a good route runner. You know what I'm saying? He can create a lot of separation. Man, you go pay him with Makai Lemon. Man, you're going to have a beast. You go get him and go get a speedster receiver or a Cornell Tate. It's gonna be hard to stop, man. That shit gonna be hard to stop. That's why I really want a wide receiver in the first round. I want another wide receiver, man. I want some dominant receiving core. I want an offense, just like how the Rams had that hot offense and stuff like that. I want an offense dominant than them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want, bro. Um, when it come down to it, like I said, these are the numbers. So you can pick your poison with it and what you think. But these are receiver one numbers right here that we're looking at. 1,042, 1,123. Skip over the season he was hurt, 1,163. Those are decent numbers for a wide receiver one. Now, like I said, it's a difference between a dominant wide receiver one, but we have to see if he can get to that level of dominance. We got to see if he can get to that level of dominance, right? We have to see. But let's go give him a season with Shuck. He played with Rattler for what? Half of the season? So you don't think that those numbers take a huge spike with Tyler Shuck? Playing a full season with Tyler Shuck? I'm guaranteed that could easily, at a minimum, be at 14, 1,500. That's at a minimum. Dude could probably chop 2,000 yards. He's explosive. He's an explosive receiver. Look at that. 53 long, 51, 39. 62. I was looking at the wrong empty long. 52, 62, 60, 62. So he averaged of 62 on the longest touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Explosive. That's explosiveness. You know, with the addition of Shaheed, I know he gone, but I mean, Shaheed wasn't really that good in receiving game. He'd catch a bomb and then Won't do shit for the rest of the game. But I don't know. How y'all let me know, man. How y'all feel about Shaheed? I mean, how y'all feel about what you call him? The Nola Chop podcast say uh, you want that playmaker that's going to bring an immediate impact and bring the explosive to our offense. I agree with that. You need that immediate spark. And that's why I'm looking at Makai Lemon, the Cornell Tate, the Jordan Tyson, but he injured. That's what I'm looking at, right? I'm looking for that player to make that explosive step, right? That's what I'm looking at, bro. You want that's what you want in a player, man. And that's why I'm looking at Tate. I'm looking at Makai Lemon. You know, Chris Bell, right? People want Chris Bell in the second round, but if I could get one of these explosive receivers in the first round, which maybe these guys might have the same talent, but if I think I could do something, Kellen Moore, man, what he could do with that guy, I just think it'd be different, bro. Some people say they might be the same kind of receiver. I don't really think so. Makai Lemon can play in the slot. That gives teams that's gonna make it hard, bro. When you got a good slot receiver, right? It's gonna make that shit hard to stop. Sometimes Tyreek play the slot. That slot, you just gonna have then you gotta have to have a good nickel. Now you're gonna have to talk about people, trying to cover up the middle of the field, and what a lot of people ain't got that many good nickel cornerbacks. Who gonna cover them? It's gonna be like who gonna cover them this game? We're gonna get extra safety help. You know what I'm saying? You might have to get a motherfucking spy on his ass. But that's just the type of dominance that I'm talking about, man. That's the kind of explosion that I'm talking about, that I feel as though gonna get the job done. I agree with the Nola Chop podcast. You gotta have somebody that's gonna immediate make an impact immediately, man. We don't want no project wide receiver trying to figure stuff out, or no, we don't want no shit like no A.T. Perry type shit. Like we want explosiveness, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't be looking for a weapon and shut. I see a lot of people starting to turn these mocks into defensive shit. Like, listen, can these guys do something? Maybe. But what if they not? What if they not one of these players? What if they not one? The safest pick that you can pick is a wide receiver. Solely because another thing is a wide receiver position, most of the time, unless they could just go stay getting open, they just use them as a security blanket. The quarterback can elevate the receiver. We just seen Drew Brees elevate his target. So 9 times 10, you go get you an explosive weapon, right? Because we know Lance Moore and Marcus Colston, and I don't know about Devery Henderson. They weren't first round talents, but Drew Brees elevated them and put them in the right place to be successful. But you go get somebody that got a Drew Brees IQ damn near, you know what I'm saying, the way Shuck playing, and you go pair him with the best talent in the draft, the best you can get. I want the best you can get. If I know I can get the best wide receiver I can get, he gonna give me some. He gonna be explosive. The ACL injury. I'm just not a big fan of the Chris Bell because of the injury. This not to say that the guy won't come back. We've seen guys come back from ACL injuries, but we also see guys that have a reoccurring history of ACL injuries. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be good and then you get somebody get hurt in a playoff. Got to be the most detrimental thing that could happen. You know what I'm saying? You get there and you get in the playoffs and then the player is not healthy enough to go. That diminishes that take away from everything you've been building this whole season. It takes away from everything you've been building this whole season. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want to take a wide receiver. That's why I want to take a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like immediate impact, like the brother said, you know what I'm saying? Put him in the offense, let him make plays, knowing that we could go, because like you said, we got ET and it's gonna make it more explosive. But you got like we don't want to see shit like you don't want Shuck to be out there with limits. You want to see the peak of his potential, right? You want to see the peak of what this man can accomplish when he at his highest pinnacle. That's what you want to see. You know, you don't want to just give him no mediocre ass talent and guys that can't run routes and can't catch passes. You don't want to shortchange him like that because then you're not gonna know the peak of his potential. Even the best had it, so-called best for some people. Tom Brady, uh, Randy Moss, you seen his shit elevate. Peyton Manning with Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Dallas Clark elevate. You know, we've seen guys games get elevated with receiving core. Look what happened with Kirk Cousins left Justin Jefferson. Cliffhanger, right? Fall off a damn cliff. But it is what it is, man. It's beneficial. Uh, I just don't want people I just hear a lot of people talking about they don't want to receive like something like that. Just I just don't think you just didn't even got more talent in the second round, but I don't think so. The way I'm looking at three motherfuckers. I'm looking at Jordan Tyson. Uh, I'm not looking at Jordan Tyson because his injury history. I don't want no injured player. I'm looking at Cornell Tate and I'm looking at Makai Lemon. They can both proven to stay healthy over the course of the season. Wide receiver costs a lot. We need good one rookie contract. He said, "What's up, Tim Dunn?" Tim Dunn say, "Wide receiver costs a lot. We need good one on a rookie contract." Right. You need a good one on a rookie contract, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to trade for A.J. Brown or something, but you're going to have to get a good receiver on a rookie contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all believe in Devon Bailey? I don't know. We got to see a full season of him. He injury prone. He's shown to get injury throughout the season. Go get you somebody that's going to be healthy, man. Just go get you a fucking receiver, man. Like, all these mock drafts and shit is just starting to piss me off, man. Just, I'm leaning towards the offensive side of the ball. Our defense was top 10 last year. What do we vastly need to improve? Unless, we go get just trade for Dexter Lawrence or something. Give him a third round. Fuck a third round pick. Go get a nigga a third round pick at Dexter Lawrence, plug him in the middle, stop the run. Right? I just think you don't pass up on the offense. If you got a explosive receiver sitting at number 8, if he there, take him, bro. Take him, bro. Take the motherfucker. Mansell Delane. I would take him. If I wouldn't be mad if they picked Mansell Delane at number 8, but I wouldn't be pissed off if he picked him, but I wouldn't be, really going crazy and shit. Because like I said, I just feel like the safest pick is wide receiver. Wide receiver. We also got to take consideration, bro. Cornerbacks still got to come and play against higher competition as well. Yeah, they might be upgraded, but they still got to go against the best. It's not the collegiate level. Yeah, it's be the best players you play the SEC. I'm not saying it's going to be Travis. I'm just using hypotheticals. My line of reasoning is using hypotheticals. What can make the team better? What would vastly improve? Because like I said, you got to have pass catchers, bro. Like, you can't be banking on those second round. A lot of people say the second round receiving talent. I don't see the shit. Zachariah Branch, he wasn't that phenomenal. He was good in the kick return, but he wasn't that phenomenal, bro. So we had 800 something yards too. Like, we talking about guys with 8. We need somebody that's gonna be dominant, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. I don't think I'll be mad, but I just feel like it's kind of like people feel like they shitting on receivers for some reason. I just keep hearing this. We don't need a receiver. The Saints go wrong? How the fuck can we go wrong choosing a wide receiver? You talking about a quarterback that you're trying to build around? Why the fuck when you go get him first round talent? That don't really make sense. I don't give a fuck how bad you say you want Chris Bell. Chris Bell ain't gonna be available for week 1, right? We want talent around Tyler Shuck. I want talent around my quarterback, right? You seen what happened the second year when Joe Burrow got his receiver and Jamar Chase went to the Super Bowl on a rookie year in Jamar Chase's rookie year. Super Bowl. That's what an explosive receiver can do. Yeah, they made a few picks here and there, but that's what an explosiveness can do. That's just one fucking player plugged in the offense, bro, literally. T. Higgins was already on the roster. T. Higgins got drafted before Jamar Chase. And I make that analogy because it shows you in year 2, Joe Burrow, even though he got hurt, went from what they won 2 games that year, 3 games. And he got hurt when they was already playing trash. It was already had a losing record. And they had a tie, I think, with the Eagles. But it shows you that that dude came in there and got 1,300 yards, broke all kind of rookie records. Man, you want a receiver, man. You want that wide receiver. You don't want to play games with this, man. You don't want to play games. You know, it helped you out. You just seen the Panthers go get Ted McMillan. Look how much that helped them go out and won a rookie of the year, went to the playoff. Fuck Carolina, but I mean, like, you got to make some moves, man, on the offensive side of the ball. You can't just be sitting here. I know a lot of people value defense, and defense wins championship, but offense win them bitches too. You know what I'm saying? You got an offense that can't be stopped, and you got a subpar defense. I mean, listen, it's coming from a team that, I mean, we should know this already. I mean, we should know that the Saints finished 20th in defense efficiency the year that they won the Super Bowl, and they had the number one offense. When you got the number one offense, right, and they still held the Colts to 17 points in the Super Bowl. You got to have them offensive. Yeah, it's going to be so hard to stop a potent offense. Your defense is decent, and you can make a few stops. You know what I'm saying? Hold a team to 20 points, like, for example, the Saints was holding teams under 199, and they was holding teams to 20 points a game. They was holding teams to 20 points a game. 20, I think 20, 22. That's good enough, bro. You're going to put up 25 to 30. Like I said, bro, I want to have the number one offense in the game, bro. Can't be stopped. It's hard to stop a potent offense, man. It's hard to game plan, bro. It's sometimes the motherfucker, they be so scared of you, bro, where they just giving up play. They just nervous. You want teams to be nervous when they line up across that field, man, looking at us. And stop taking us for a motherfucking joke, bro. I'm saying, link is in the chat, man. Anybody want to come on the stage? Link is in the chat. Fresh link in the chat. Y'all want to come up here and give y'all opinion on the Saints and Chris Olave being a number one or number two. But even if he's a number one or number two, it don't make a difference to me. What's up, TK? It don't make a difference because I'm still taking this. I'm still taking his ass. I don't give a shit if he a wide receiver one from two. I'm taking a wide receiver in the draft. A lot of people just be going with the narrative of the media. They just be hearing a lot of this shit. Some of these fucked up ass takes, but I listen to this shit and let's just not bank on Chris Bell. That's just me. It's no disrespect to Chris Bell. I think he one of the best receivers in the draft. I just don't want no injury. I just keep repeating this. I don't want no injury prone ass player, bro. Like, I'm not gonna be doing this shit. Like, if that dude get hurt and then he can't even play the playoffs or anything, just say hypothetically, and we just down a man, it's just not gonna be right. Then you don't know fucking Chris Olave. First of all, Chris Olave been dealing with health issues his whole career, concussion, and really for the last 2 seasons, concussion and then the blood clot. Bro, you got to get a receiver, bro. If Chris Bell go down, I mean, if you get a player like Chris Bell and Chris Bell get injured, and then he get injured, dude, you're gonna be fucking screwed. You gonna line up Travis Etienne in the fucking slot and put Alvin Kamara in the slot and let him play fucking tight end? No. Go get you somebody that's proven to be healthy and don't get these soft tissue injuries. That's ACL is a soft tissue injury, really. Getting the ACL in college, you usually see that in the NFL after a few seasons. But I mean, I'm not fucking with nobody coming off no ACL injury, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fucking with nobody coming off no MCL injury because that's a reoccurring sprain, right? I'm just not dealing with it, man. Like, some of that shit just running the genes. Some of that shit is bad medical. Fuck, don't the Saints got one of the worst medical staffs in the league? Them in the fucking New Orleans Pelicans. So why would I go get somebody that's injury prone if I already got an injury prone receiver? That makes absolutely no sense. That shit don't make no sense, bro. But like I said, people they gonna keep putting these mock drafts, these sorry ass mock drafts out here to try to force us to see what we want to do. But I'm not buying into this shit. I'm not buying into no fucking Chris Bell. Because if Tyler Shuckton say he wanted Chris Bell, nobody will be talking about Chris Bell, right? Because he's injury prone. Well, I just don't see why we focusing so much on an injury prone receiver. I just don't understand. So I mean, am I tripping? You know, TK, am I tripping? Do I not want to injure motherfucker that might not be there on my rock? I just don't want it. Sick of injury prone fucking players, bro. It's aggravating to me. You know, some people don't know how to take care of their body, and some people just, like you said, you know, eating the wrong shit. It is what it is. They ain't got the proper medical. Listen, so they got. That's why I say you got some players don't care. Look at Mario Davis. Look at Cam Jordan. Look at fucking LeBron James. Right? You gotta take care of your body, man. You gotta have. You don't believe in these doctors? Get your own medical trainers. You know, it is what it is. But shit, you gotta be able to take care of yourself, man. Take care of your body. Best availability, best ability is availability. Fuck, you don't want no Kawhi Leonard on your motherfucking team. Getting the playoffs can't do shit. Ineligible. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me who y'all want, man. Who do y'all want to take? Who do y'all want? Do y'all want a wide receiver? Do y'all want a defensive back? No answer is particularly wrong. I prefer a wide receiver. Do y'all want a defensive back? Do y'all want a defensive back or do y'all want a wide receiver? And do y'all view Chris Olave as a wide receiver one or a wide receiver two? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Do y'all view him as a wide receiver one or do y'all view him as a wide receiver two? We got the numbers on the screen. Take a look at it. Pick your poison, right? Y'all know my opinion, how I feel about it. You got different kinds, it's different grades to it, but Chris Olave definitely should get paid. Whether he's a wide receiver one or whether he's a wide receiver two, it doesn't matter because you still need another wide receiver. If we go third, bro, you start talking about third, fourth round. Now you talk about some AC Perry shit. You start gambling, looking for a motherfucking AT Perry or one of these other guys that's not reasonable, right? You remember we drafted AT Perry what in the fourth round, fifth round. We drafted a couple of it. They didn't pan out. What's that other guy? Um, a lot of people, man, and then they try to go get a fucking undrafted free agent. Yeah, he worked out, but that's once in a lifetime. He wasn't really that good of a wide receiver. He just made some good plays here and there, and was really a return specialist. So let's not make the same mistake. We know every time the Saints drafted a receiver in the first round, it panned out for him. Going back to Michael Thomas, right? And we do good with Ohio State receivers too. So that's another thing to take in consideration when you're dealing with Ohio State wide receivers. How we thrive with Ohio State wide receivers fit the system. So we took Michael Thomas in 2016 and he panned out. And we took a couple of different players, man, and they panned out for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna cap. Where y'all at with the chat, man? What's up with y'all in the chat, man? Look kind of quiet in the chat. We got people watching, but what's going on with it, man? Well, let me know y'all opinions, man. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. Live Q&A. How y'all feel about the situation? I know we got some people that's watching online. Let's get active in the chat, man. Let me get some questions, man. Let's get some questions going on. Until we wait on some questions to come in. Drew Brees, I heard I really want Drew Brees to be on the coaching staff, to be honest. Um, you could have him as a quarterbacks coach. I think that'd be the more productive. You could have him over the scouting personnel. Shit, I mean, he should be able to scout as well because he played against defenders. You seen what he said about Luke Kuechly. When he said he got tremendous respect for Luke Kuechly. Fuck Luke Kuechly, in my opinion, but it made him a better player because like you said, happened to go through competition. So you have to be able to read this and read that. So, like you said, Drew Brees could see a defender and be like, okay, this guy got this, got that, because he played against the best. You know what I'm saying? He played against the best of the best, you know, in their prime, right? In their prime, you hear me? So he knows talent when he see it. I'll put him on a scouting department as well. Let him scout, especially offensive talent. He can see a good receiver. He can play with plenty of them. With a Michael Thomas, know how they work. These guys is. You bring Drew Brees in the quarterback room, bro. I'm talking about, man, shit. I wouldn't mind Drew Brees as a damn coach, man. You feel me? As an offensive coordinator, shit. You know, Doug Nussmeier is pretty decent, but to have Drew Brees as an OC or assistant to OC, shit, that shit'd be nice, man. Drew Brees called some fire ass plays, man. It'd be like another Sean Payton in there calling plays. I can't see Drew Brees running no bonehead ass, just making some sorry ass Arthur Smith play calling. I can't see that shit happening, bro. But it is what it is, man. Shit, it is what it is. Uh, let's see what we got. So, like I said, I could probably take this off the screen now. Shit. Yeah. So, like I said, man, it is what it is, man. So, y'all seen the stats on Olave, and how y'all feel about it? How do y'all feel about it, man? I guess we ain't got nobody in the motherfucking chat today. Shit, what's going on with the chat, man? Chat ain't popping today. What's that with the chat, man? How y'all feel about Chris Olave, man? Put a 1 or 2 in the chat. If y'all feel Chris Olave is a 1, put a 1. If you feel like he a 2, put a 2. If you feel like you know what I'm saying, you undecided, you ain't gotta put a 0, I guess. But let me know how y'all feel. I wanna know how y'all feel about it, man. Let's talk about it, man. These are conversations we need to be having as Saints fans, on our team and seeing what's good with it. So put a 1 or 2 in the chat to let me know if you feel like Olave is a 1 or you feel like the nigga a 2. You hear me? I say 1, a developing 1, right? I feel like he can be that number 1. Uh, I got to see him this full year. If I could see him a full game, full season with Tyler Shuck, a minimum game of 15 games, right? I need to see a minimum of 14, 15 games, right? For me to make my decision, my full decision, which I'm pretty sure I know he going to with Chuck. I mean, you say, yeah, Rattler after the season, he chunked up them yards. You get a player like Tyler Shuck, they can put it right in the breadbasket for him. Then yeah, it's gonna be legendary right there. Give me a Chris Olave jersey. I gotta give me a Chris Olave jersey, man. Chris Olave a beast, man. I think they're gonna wait to pay him after the draft, right before the draft. You might see some contract coming through with Chris Olave. Most likely after the draft, you definitely gonna see a contract extension come through. I don't really see what the purpose of waiting. I mean, fuck, if you're gonna give him the extension, you're gonna give him the extension. It's not like you going into the draft and you think you're gonna go in the draft and replace Olave. That'd be the dumbest shit I ever seen. If you try to go, you need 2 wide receivers, bro. We replace a wide receiver with a wide receiver that you don't even know if it's gonna be a number 1, possibly be a number 1, number 2. So I don't really see them. I don't really see the purpose of them waiting for the draft. That's kind of stupid to me. Just kind of like I don't want to be. Don't make us like Cincinnati or the Browns and be incompetent because people like that is incompetent. They don't play their fucking players like what they did with Trey Hendrickson and shit, and the Shamar Stewart situation. It just that's stupid. We don't want to look like we don't pay our players. We'd be known for paying our players. We paid Mike T, right? We played Marshawn Lattimore. We played Alvin Kamara when it was time for them to get their payday. So don't do this shit with Olave, man. Like when dude on the field, he gave you production. He gave you production. Right? What's down with you, Ethan? Ethan says, uh, he said Chris is easily a 2, can become a 1 eventually, but I think his concussions have made him not be a number 1. He's another concussion or 2 away from retirement. Yeah, that's true, but I mean he didn't have a concussion all last year. So he didn't have concussions last year, so I don't really see how that's stopping him from being a number 1. You say Chris is easy as he's easily a 2, can become eventually a 1. Yeah, I mean I guess you could say from the perspective of last year. I mean the year before that he didn't have that he could have had 2 back-to-back seasons of pure dominance. So I could see what you're coming from 2024 perspective. 2025 he was fully healthy. From retirement, health scare I respect to do. Yeah. I mean, it's scary, you know what I'm saying? That he could become like this, but shit, man. It is kind of, scary, but I mean, like he said, he got good pad, good helmet, good protection, around his head. So I mean, like to me, it kind of seemed like he did what he needed to do because he didn't get a concussion this year. You see what I'm saying? So it seemed like he was straight, man. Like he was in good position. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really tripping off that like that no more, like how it was. You know what I'm saying? So he been doing better. He been getting better. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead on and roll with that. What I see from right now, I'm gonna go ahead on and roll with that. But I don't know, man. I just don't know. One, two. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the perspective of he say you could put him in between the middle or anything, you know. So, but I see what you're coming from, bro. I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. If Chris Olave, we know he's gonna be on the roster, so we just get. I just want those two receivers spots solidified. You know, I know for a fact we go somebody round one. That's instant day starter. Um, but like I said, we might be optimistic about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, like you said, it's still a uh, possibility that what I'm saying we could get a DN or somebody like that. It is a possibility, but shit, I don't know. Let me see how. um, Ethan says he's only building confidence. The whole team is really since Derek Carr isn't throwing no more hospital ball. Yeah, that bitch was throwing hospital balls, boy. Some dude try to make up for it. Try to act like he didn't throw him that. That was a fucking hospital ball. You won't put that shit in the air like that. You don't know if this motherfucker got. We might have to go get a bounty gate for his ass to see if he was trying to throw motherfuckers in bad spaces. We have to see what's going on with that nigga. Check his motherfucking resume. Um, but he said team really. He said the whole team is really since Derek Carr isn't throwing no more hospital balls. Um, to our guys, Tyler is just that accurate, keeps the ball away from danger. He is. Tyler's accurate. Tyler IQ is on a whole different level. Tyler IQ is on a whole different level, bro. His IQ and for the game is just different. That's what I respect about him. That's why I'm so high on Tyler Shuck. Cause his IQ, man, that IQ that he got, bro, is you can't coach that shit, bro. Just like you say with James Winston had a lot of talent, but IQ off. You ain't got no IQ for the game, you're not gonna last long in this league. I don't give a fuck how talented you is. IQ is more important than talent because IQ is a talent. IQ is the ultimate talent. Being smart, um, like I said, you could do everything possible. If you ain't smart and you can't read a defense, shit, you could throw a fire ass ball all you want. Unless you got a motherfucking flamethrower on that ball, you on NFL streets or some shit, and you don't see that safety over the top, that shit gonna get picked every time because you ain't seen it. You probably trying to throw a bullet, but a safety is somewhere you can't even spot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you want to be an accurate deep ball thrower, you gotta have IQ. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to read it. You know where this guy gonna be at this spot. And sometimes you could have talent that sometimes override it, but then at the end of the line, you gotta be smart. I think Leonard Fournette should have had a long career. He had all the talent in the world. But then sometimes his IQ was off. I mean, that's why shit didn't really, it went kind of backwards. I think he should have been the best running back of all time, to be honest. But, you know, IQ go off and you got to find a running back, you just raw talent instead of just like waiting to find holes and shit like that, you know, because you'll never see the fastest. It don't never really be the fastest and best receivers that get it. It'd be the smart running back that can go behind, know how to stay behind blockers and shit. It's more so with the quarterback, but you know what I'm saying. But anything, but you know, Ethan says Drew had the mend. That's mental, right? That dude through training camp last year for sure. That he said that dude through training camp last year for sure to put Kellen to for sure to pull plus Kellen has ball plus okay plus Kellen has ball knowledge to just imagine if Drew was our quarterback. Oh shit, you speaking my language, brother. You speaking my motherfucking language. Drew Brees was the quarterback coach. If Drew Brees was the quarterback coach, can you imagine that shit? Can you imagine how? Man, I'm talking about. Man, you got to be kidding me, dude. Man, if he was an OC or quarterback coach, just to put it on, just teach him, man. Just that. I mean, just Drew Brees sitting in the quarterback room, the level of confidence would be over the charts, right? That level of confidence, just for Drew Brees to believe in you, right? That you can do it. That'll give you the motherfucking strength to turn to Hercules or some goddamn body. Um, he said plus Kellen Moore has ball knowledge. To just imagine if Drew was our quarterback coach, Tyler would be averaging no less than 320 yards a game. And that's true. That's true. Hopefully Drew Brees could, teach you what he knows so he can get to that 300. I think Tyler Shuck can average at least 300 a game passing. Man, you talk about damn, bro. That shit. That's what we need to be trying to get 320 yards a game. You getting 320 yards a game, you moving the ball. You putting about 30 plus. At least putting yourself in a position to get field goals, which I'm not too big. I'm more of a fan of about 2 field goals a game. I wouldn't mind us getting 2 field goals. Really, I want to keep it. Really, if I could get all touchdowns, that'd be fine. But 1 or 2 field goals a game, maybe possibly 3, depending on the circumstance. But uh, let's see. Ethan says Drew has potential. I think once his kids are 18, yeah, you got to watch out for that too. All three, just why it can't be 18 already. We gotta have more of Drew's knowledge. Plus, I would be at almost every game for sure. If it's he will be every game. Well, yes, if Drew that. Um, that's what happened, bro. That's what happened, bro. Like, uh, with Drew Brees, if he, like I said, man, if he could teach his sons the game of football, shit, by the time his sons get to the league and Tyler Shuck's still balling or whatever, you know what I mean? His son's I think like 17 though, not so that it'd be let's see, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but if they was, you know what I'm saying, like it'd be good, man. I know everybody was waiting for Archie Manning to come out of the draft, but now we got a quarterback. We ain't got to worry about him. He kind of shaky at points. I don't really know Archie Manning was gonna be that good, like it's advertised, because he was making a lot of fucking mistakes, especially under pressure when he was number one and shit. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where everybody else at tonight, but we're gonna read these comments. Um, he said him play that's another if, but I think he's just enjoying peak time with family and loved ones for the moment. Yeah, he is. I mean, I don't think. I mean, shit. If he's still like in the media, then that's still he got to travel and shit like that's kind of taking away time. So I don't see why you don't just drop the fucking media and just you be a yeah, you got to travel. I mean, I guess you be a quarterback coach. But it's still a little different. You ain't got the same like training, and you ain't got to do all that. Like you ain't got to do a set aside personal training and shit. Like you might study film and all that place, but you could do that still at your own demise instead of like being at the gym all day training, working on arm strength, and like he got to do none of that shit. So I don't know, man. Drew Brees need to come on and you know what I'm saying. You can help a nigga win another Super Bowl at the time for the time being. You feel me? If he can, yeah, I'll take that. Take the information for real, bro. That Drew Brees can help it out, man. So definitely. Um, I just, man, like I said, man, I'm just ready for this draft to come and go. We got what, 15 more days to this draft pop off. You know, it'll be good, man. Good sight, good scene. I'm just ready to see who we gonna draft. We ain't gonna cap y'all, so we could get on this bitch and talk about our draft pick. You know, I should say draft picks. Pick. 'Cause I'm probably really worried about one motherfucker at 8 spot. I don't really. I'll take a D tackle in the second round, though. If I'm being honest, I would take a defensive tackle in the second round. I wouldn't probably really think corner. I think defensive tackle, like get Peter Woods or somebody in the second round. Uh, he said, he said, "Do you watch James Cometa because he's the GOAT of Saints content?" Yeah, appreciate that. Outside of me, because you know, Izzy Six is the motherfucking GOAT of Saint content. Appreciate that, brother. Y'all be watching him. I actually was referring to when he said he got some good content. I like James Scametta. I mean, I don't agree when he's on all the shit he says as far as we're not supposed to take a wide receiver. Like, you know, I guess sometimes people I get controversial takes to get attention, but I don't. The wide receiver shit, he got some good content. I ain't gonna shit on him, brother. He got some nice content. That's a good brother, man. But as far as just um I go off what I can see, man. The eye test, I go off repeated history, repeated pattern. That's how I get my nuts on the game. I look at the pattern of certain shit, like as far as the Saints when they drafted Ohio State. A lot of Ohio State receivers are productive in the NFL. You got to look at that. That's a trending pattern, meaning the way that they do their personnel and it translate over to NFL. Look at Emeka Buka. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Jackson Spitz, Jigma, he come from Ohio State. Michael Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Let's just we can look at players in general. Shit, Malcolm Jenkins. It's really like LSU, OSU, and Alabama players really don't be that fucking productive, bro. To be honest, they don't really be that productive like Mark Barron, except for Mark Ingram, but Trent Richardson, Major McCarron, people like that don't really be as productive. Uh, Cause they get stacked the fucking load, you know what I'm saying? That's why they look so good, because they get all the best players. But you separate the motherfuckers, they don't be as good. Um, Ethan says, yeah, like we need a center at worst. In the fourth round, we need to develop. Yeah, like we need a center at worst. Yeah, fuck a center. In the fourth round, we need to develop someone outside of McCoy. Plus, we lost our second string center in free agency this year. Yeah, we did. It won't be bad to go get a center because Eric McCoy is it. I mean, that motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker step on a tack and he out for the rest of the fucking season. You know what I'm saying? Trying to probably get the tack out his fucking foot 4 to 6 weeks with fucking tack soreness. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. He's very injury. He's starting to get on my nerves. I can't stand it. Y'all know how I feel, right? How easy feel about these injury prone ass players. I cannot stand injury prone player. I mean, like you a motherfucking center. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, your job is to hike the bitch and block. You ain't doing no fucking cardio. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You're not really moving up to be getting no injuries like that. Soft tissue shit. You know, some of these players is fucking 500 fucking pounds. I know you could be that big, but I mean, to be honest, like, you don't really have to be that fat to get hurt. You could build up on some muscle and shit. Some of these players be eating all kind of shit that they ain't supposed to be eating. Probably being too much of that fucking pork. And be fucking them up, you know what I mean? Oh shit. But he says, yeah, we did, bro. I'm just not in the first round. I know some probably talking about, I think dude was talking about taking a center in the first. I'm not taking no motherfucking center in the first round though. You know, you can find a decent center in second or third, you know, the backup, backup center, you know what I'm saying? Um, I just don't really like people trying to shit. I'm not gonna shit on the receiver. Just like kind of shitting on the receiving core. These guys, just say we pass up on Makai Leonard, right? Cornell Tate. Let's just say we give up on these guys. We pass up on one of these motherfuckers, these dudes be like the next JSN or Jamar Chase. We gonna be looking real fucking stupid. That's why I think the receiver talent is higher in the first. I don't think. I mean, you might have a cornerback just coming down, locking shit down. I don't know if that's gonna be the case, bro. If motherfuckers just come in and just lock, especially these receivers that's just so nifty and crafty. I'm not saying no disrespect to Mansell, Delane. I just don't know, bro. I just know that a receiver can only help me out with catching, and if I get it, just say I get a corner, then he getting burnt, he getting fucking flagged. I don't know, man. I be want David Bailey. And he's not a really a every down. You could coach it out him, but he's not really a every down defensive end. Do we want? Do we really want David Bailey? Right? Do we want it? He's an edge rusher, but you know what I'm saying. College, bro, is just it's kind of it's different from the NFL. That's why you got sometimes motherfuckers like the David and Clowney bust. When is the last pass rusher that came through the draft that was just dominant? Was it Chase Young? Fuck, I can't really remember. I mean, Michael Parsons. You know, if you project this guy like a Michael Parsons, we got a different conversation. If you could constantly get pressure on the quarterback, look, I'm not opposed to not taking him, bro, right? But I'm just saying, give sometimes guys can develop. You know, we don't know, man. Like I just don't know, bro. I'm just not really. I just like receiver. Maybe it's just me and just wanting to see this explosive shit, but I'm just not really. I don't think I could. I just don't think I could pass up on a Makai Lemon if he there. And then you let them. This the thing. You strengthen your opponent. You weaken your opponent by not letting him go to the fucking Rams. Like the Rams is gonna get that nigga. And if the Rams get him, bro, and we gotta play the Rams and we get our asses lit up, and they got him, Puka Nakua. I don't know what they gonna do with Devontae Adams unless you wanna trade for Devontae Adams, right? And get Devontae Adams to come here and let Devontae. But I don't think that's gonna be enough. Which is crazy, man. Devontae Adams was so good, now he a number two. It's fucking crazy how people just fall off like that, man. Ethan said he reminds me of Thomas. Has production, but just gets hurt. But I was pissed last year we didn't sign a center as a free agent for camp last year in April. Yeah. Who remind you of Michael Thomas? Who remind you of Michael Thomas? We're talking about a center. Give one a chance and see what they have is worth a shot. You talking about a center? I would take a backup center. I mean, I want Marcus. I mean, like, um, you know what I'm saying? You gonna if McCoy, okay, McCoy over the last 2 years, yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking no backup center, bro. I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with McCoy, you might not have a center. You might not have a center messing with that nigga, man. Shit. You talk about Eric McCoy, you might not even have a center fucking around with that dude, man. Um, I'll take one maybe. I wouldn't mind taking a center in the second round. I'm not really a big fan of the. I'm first, second, but in the second round, besides receiver, I don't really see nobody that's just jumping off the page to me. And 42, I don't see nobody. Fuck. I mean, maybe they try to look. Maybe we try to go trade for George Pickens or some shit. You know, I don't know if y'all want him. I didn't really hear too much of some cancer shit there in Dallas. You know, unless you trade for George Pickens and take that wouldn't really be a bad idea. Like you say, you trade for a young receiver in the game, right? Trade for a young receiver in this game, right? And then go get somebody in the draft. That way you address the wide receiver position, right? And once you address that, you could go free to pick one of those premium positions. Because it's, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what the fuck the Saints gonna do, man. The Saints got some bullshit going on, man. Ethan says undrafted. I'm talking about dude because I'm saying I'm saying we only signed one freaking guard in during training camp before we played preseason. Like, oh, okay, bro, those guys are dirt cheap. Have a viable option. Okay, yeah, you go get an undrafted free agent, bro. That because nobody not really going crazy over a center. But if you go get a UFA, you know what I'm saying, undrafted free agent, it could pan out to be pretty decent, bro. And sell, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go get you, wait for them. If your scouting eyes is nice as hell, right? You could go get somebody like that. It won't be hard to go get somebody like that if you wait. Bro, you can find the right kind of talent if you can scout well. Get you some nice scouts. Get you fucking, you know what I'm saying, Drew Brees out there, motherfucker. Let Drew Brees come scout for you, right? Go get some of these, um, like maybe a Jonathan Film or Reggie. Go get some of these guys that no talent and go scout. I would make some of these Saints players, especially the players of the Super Bowl roster, right? Lance Moore, you know what I'm saying? He's doing a lot of work in the community. Shout out to Lance Moore. You know what I'm saying? Still sticking there, holding down for the Who That Nation, man. The excellent 2-point conversion that he caught in the Super Bowl. But I'll let these guys go do the scouting, you know what I'm saying? Um, that's just me. They got good eyes. Um, some of these motherfuckers be overrated. Let me tell y'all one thing. Do not be fooled by this combine. This combine, it can be very deceptive. That's why me personally, I don't even go by the combine. I don't give a fuck what they say. Like I said, they said Joe Burrow had fucking Mickey Mouse hands, and look what he did. Um, Lamar Jackson should be a wide receiver, and look what he did. I'm not going by the combine. I ain't fucking with the combine. Yeah, I mean, you want people to do good at the combine, just move. But bro, they got motherfuckers that do good and play like chicken shit. How else would they get drafted, right? You said yeah, like Shaheed, for example. But Kellen may do that what he just developing last year. So yes, hold off on criticizing Kellen. There was probably not too many good guys on draft play. Yeah, I mean, listen, I agree with you 100%. And Kellen, we trust, right? When it comes down to Kellen Moore, right? This dude is a Super Bowl winning OC, right? Not only is he a Super Bowl winning OC, right? But you've seen the production that Philadelphia took back. They went from top 5 in the league, top 5 to 20th in offensive production. Saquon fell off a cliff. He turned the cliffhanger. Jalen Hurts turned the cliffhanger, right? You didn't see these motherfuckers take a massive production decline. And they get knocked their ass out in the first round, right? Offensive coordinator matters. Not only was Kellen Moore, but he was fucking with a Sean Payton roster, a Dennis Allen roster, Boston Monroe, and motherfucking uh Derek Carr. You know what I'm saying? Now he wasn't dealing with Derek Carr. Well, he was. I'm just saying that these guys was Dennis Allen picks. He's a lot of picks. You got to think about it like this here. You got to at least get a man 2 years, which I think we're gonna win the Super Bowl next year. I'm just saying hypothetically. You can't expect somebody to do something with a fucked up roster. In my opinion, right? You said with Kellen Moore, da, 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 da. What Spencer Rattler, brother, it wasn't Kellen Moore's pick. So if this not my pick and I'm going on with another nigga had, and they probably, and I'm pretty sure this was an organization thing. Organizations still have power. Maybe a Mickey Loomis thing. Look, let's give Rattler one more year. He's looking like a fan favorite. Let's see what he got because this is the previous draft. Kellen Moore like, look, fuck it, I'm gonna ride it back. They probably literally gave Kellen Moore a free pass and shit. Say, look, if he fuck up, he fuck up. Now, of course, you could coach these guys like a Spencer Rattler, right? But you also got to think about it. If I didn't pick this dude, I might not really believe in this dude, and I might can't coach this dude, right? But when I put this is what I love about Kellen Moore. This is why I know Kellen Moore is gonna be the GOAT. When Kellen Moore put his product on the field, it immediately sparked, right? We talking about an immediate spark with Kellen Moore's offense. That's what we talking about. Like literally, that Tyler Shuck had a motherfucking passer rate of 122 his first game against the Rams, even though they got blown out. He threw what 2 touchdowns, threw a back shoulder, looked like a back shoulder fade to Chris Olave, and he played good. And when his product was on the field, he produced. So yeah, I'm with you, bro. All the criticizing of Kellen Moore, I'm not for it. You know what I'm saying? You can't criticize a man in 1 year. You can't do that, bro. He riding off fucking Dennis Allen picks, bro. He didn't even get a chance to. It take about 2-3 years just to get motherfuckers through the door and develop and stuff like that. Hell no. He never used tasting him and all of these people before. So Ethan says not trying to hype Tyler. Shit, don't hype him the fuck up. You can hype him up, brother. We hype Tyler up. Tyler is a beast. I think Tyler Shuck. I think Tyler Shuck gonna be the best quarterback in the NFL next year. I think he gonna come out of the blue, bro, and snatch him an MVP. Like he is perfect, but I would want him all day over Jalen Hurts, only because Hurts isn't the greatest passer. He's not. Relies on his legs like Lamar and will get him hurt. But then, yeah, not only would it get him hurt, but if you can't really pass the ball, I mean, like, dude, you got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and you throwing for 2,000 yards. Yeah, use his legs, but that shit gonna catch up to him. The league didn't caught up to that shit. That's why the Eagles got exposed last year, especially without a good coordinator. That shit definitely wasn't gonna work. The next couple of years, but Tyler is playing smart. I see him having over 12, 14 playoff wins in a career. Heck, maybe even 20 if Big Kellen is with us. But yeah, Kellen Moore gonna be with us, I think, for life. I think Kellen Moore retires the same. I think he, passed the torch when he played about 50, 60. I think I can see this guy coaching. I can see this guy coaching 2 decade, three generation quarterbacks. He liked the city. Look, Kellen is balling. He liked the city. He picked us for a reason. He had other ways he could go. He wanted to go to New Orleans. Him and Mickey Loomis got an excellent relationship. Him and Mickey. Um, I could see Kellen Moore coaching to us till it's time for him to retire. Right? That's usually what coaches do. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans Saints don't really fire their coaches either. Like Steph, you're a fucking Dennis Allen. That's just a case that you just can't be trashed. But Kellen Moore playing good. It's nowhere where he gonna go. I mean, he already a head coach. Where he gonna go get another head coaching job? No, they gonna pay him the same amount of the money. He only left because he wanted to be a head coach instead of OC. People want to get credit for their offense. The people that they bring in. He said we will probably get third rounded by. He said we will probably get third rounded by, but they will go deep in the playoffs. Third rounded. You talking about third round playoffs, NFC Championship. I think we're gonna win the Super. I think we're gonna win it all. This shit. Me, I ain't even gonna cap. I think we're gonna shock everybody. Just Tyler Shuck gonna get this fucking. That's why I say. That's why I want to get him some weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to get some weapons where, because let's say we go up against a good. Let's just say we go up against a good defense. We got a good defense. We go up against defense. Just say we go up against an explosive defense, right? We gonna have to have some catches on that fucking field. We got to have a good old line. You know what I'm saying? Which we already got. And I feel like we could do. I feel like we could win it all. Definitely, we gonna make the playoffs. Ethan, you ain't got to worry about that, brother. Oh man, this bitch gonna be lit. We definitely gonna. I'm not even worrying about the playoffs. I'm just worrying about having the proper pieces to get to that championship game. Right? We should have the right pieces, bro. Especially if we win the NFC and we got to play one game and then play the conference championship in the Superdome. Oh man, dude, I'm telling you, dog, I can almost fucking cry, dog. I'm glad y'all guys are here. Man, I just keep having flashbacks of this fucking NFC championship, dude. And how we got screwed. I'm trying not to think about this shit, but I just think about, dog, we could just get that confetti to fall. Right? If we could get that confetti to fall, dog, and get us a Super Bowl, man, like, oh my God. I was about to say, y'all keep y'all energy up, man. Energy is very positive. Y'all hear me speak about this a lot of times. It's positive, bro. If we could get the city going behind us, bro, but Shuck, we trust. I'm telling you, bro. Shuck and Kellen Moore, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, I think it's gonna be some shit like Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor, they first year, they second year. I think. I do. I think so, bro. I'm telling y'all, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Saints fan and this is what y'all want to hear. I think we can win the fucking Super Bowl. I think we can go to the Super Bowl. Why not? Seattle did it. Patriots did it. Dude, the Patriots was 5 and 16, 5 and 14, 5 and 13, something like that. He said Mickey isn't as big of a clown as the media has portrayed. Yeah, he's not. But I think Peyton handicapped our roster. He said I think Peyton handicapped our roster. Uh, dude was dude was definition of not rebuilding on guards. My my man always slipped up. I can only remember 3 good guards with us in Peyton era. Now we have 3 good ones about to have with Kellen's second year. Yeah. It looked like he stopped drafting the guards and the guards got worse. Trevor Penning, bust. Cesar Ruiz looking like a bust. Looking like Jerome Bettis the bust. Plenty of guys, man. That's looking crazy. These guys are looking crazy, man. Um, Jonathan Stinchcomb, Jari Evans, uh, a few guys that we had, and then that was like it after that. But yeah, Sean Payton handicapped us a lot. He built this. The Taysom Hill shit don't work no more with us. I mean, people caught up to that shit, man. Let's be honest. That shit, people know what he doing when he get on there. It was different when he could run a Swiss Army knife shit when he was younger, and it was more effective because he was more stronger. But then it's kind of like he had to play with Sean Payton's system, so you had to try to incorporate. Now listen, I love Taysom Hill, right? One of my favorite Saints of all time. Um, it might be time, right? Taking up a lot of money. Now, I would want Taysom Hill to play special teams. I feel like he'd be very effective, but he just get injured too much, broke up, fragile. We don't know where to place this guy at. We don't know where to place this guy. Let me check this goal right quick, y'all. Hold up. Y'all want to be a blessing to the channel? Super chat go. We got a super chat. Um, Trying to reach $100 tonight. So if y'all want to donate, super chat to the cause, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm finna put the goal up right now. Let me see. Let's see. All right, yeah. Put this up and let's go. All right. All right. Looks like we got a new brother in the building. What's up, man? The Rome 85 says best thing for us is to keep Kamara and Jordan. You don't know who will go down. Yeah, that's true. Fuck, I've been pushing for Elvin Kamara. You know, talking about you put him in the back for ETN. You talking about him as a wide receiver number two? I mean, a running back number two. Hell yeah, that's dependable. He put up wide receiver, running back number two numbers last year with 472 when he was hurt. And then you put him behind that running back with more of a bell cow traditional running back like Travis Etienne. That's where Elvin Kamara thrived at the most. When you look back and look at his seasons with Mark Ingram, right? That's when he was most productive. And Cam Jordan, yeah, bring him back, man. Bring him back. They want give him $6 million. Cam Jordan is an excellent rotational piece, but I'm bringing Cam back. I want Cam back. Of course, I don't mind if Cam get $8 million. I want him to get his money, but I don't. If the Saints don't pay it, man, I hope he's dying for $6 million. Shit. Um, he said, but let's be real. Tom Brady and Sean Payton gave their teams uh, a terrible. But let's be real. Tom Brady and Sean Payton gave their teams a terrible coach to be coaches. Yeah, well, with Pete Carroll, yep, and and they were about to finish with their former teams actually. Yeah, Sean Payton a bitch, man. I don't fuck with Sean Payton. And they gave him a terrible coach, yeah, because that's he wanted to co-sign for fucking Dennis Allen. He knew what he was doing. Todd Bowles and Dennis Allen, big bust. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they definitely, man. Guys were trash. But defensive head coaches usually never work out. Pat's old coach and Mike Tomlin were rare dubs as head coaches in recent memory. Yeah. Now they don't really work out, you know what I'm saying? Then when it come down to that defensive head coaches, you never work out Pat's old coach Mike Tomlin. Yeah. It's a rare case and then you see where they get stuck and they don't go nowhere. But we got some rare cases, man. But like I said, we would have had like a Mike Tomlin. We could have did something with our play, but not with like the shit that the roster that Dennis Allen left. You got to get chewed out of that roster. You thought about the quarterback position with most important position in the game. That's hard, bro. That's hard. That is fucking hard. Pro World Games. Saints coach Pete, what the fuck? because they're trying to get rid of Elvin Kamara. Oh man, yeah, man. They get on my goddamn nerves, man. They get on my damn nerves. Yeah, they try to get rid of Elvin Kamara, man. Try to get rid of him. Um, Wait, you talking about the Saints coach? No, I don't think the Saints coach trying to get rid of him. The fans, some of the fans want to get rid of him. I don't think Dennis Allen. I mean, um, Kellen Moore trying to get rid of him. He spoke good of him. I just think it's a matter of what they can do with him, how they can fit him in the system, etc. He said, "Yeah, stay to what you know. Like we were so close to having a Jets coach of last year. We will be 2-15. Never title. We never been played and to develop. But lucky, yeah, good thing we got a smart offensive coach. You know that's true. You get a player like Kellen Moore. That's a smart coach. I think Aaron Glenn more of a defensive minded coach, but I don't think that would have been the right fit. Can't look. I mean, you see with the quarterback, he can't do shit with a quarterback. Y'all don't want no defensive minded coach, anyways. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a defensive minded coach. That shit kind of getting a little played out. This game is more offensive driven, especially if you want an elite offense. You let the DC be the DC. Because sometimes when the DC try to be the HC, it just don't fucking work. Of a it's too much of a not lack of. You see a lot of big, huge lack of production on the offensive side of the ball. Um, so I'm glad we got a smart coach. Kellen Moore is the perfect fit for a head coach, man. He won a Super Bowl. He's proven that. I mean, shit, put 55 up in the championship. So you know when it come playoff time, shit, he gonna dial up some shit. You know he ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, go down and you know what I'm saying. This is we're talking about with Jalen Hurts, bro. Like Jalen Hurts is not that good of a quarterback. Like Jalen Hurts is not uh he's not. I mean, he's a decent quarterback who move with his legs. But bro, can you imagine what Kellen could do with a gunslinger? 6'5", dude play just like Josh Allen, bro. Could see over the top of the field. It's gonna be hard to get batted balls because he's 6 fucking 5. You know what I'm saying? He's smart. He got the IQ level. He's smart. His intangibles are there. You know, so that's gonna be hard, man. Say no, get rid, not get rid, but the contract is low. Yeah, it is. The contract is not that bad, so I don't know why would they even 10 million ain't shit. You ain't gonna be able to do shit with 10 million this year. That ain't nothing to have a good running back. What if somebody go down? Anything, man. You gotta have AK in that thing, bro. I already have AK-41 in the game. We could win a fucking game, bro. That's talent. That's enough. You know, he could make a play or two here, break a tackle or two here, and get here. So yeah, I definitely trust it. I trust the process. I do. Um, like I said, I do. Like I said, I really do trust the process, man. I'm gonna be honest. I really do trust the process of what's going on with everything, with the Saints, and just how they do shit and how they do business. You know, Mickey be making some pretty good moves. They be making some pretty good moves, man. Mickey Loomis be making some pretty good moves. So I'm not really too hard at opposed to him. You see what I'm saying? As far as what people been saying and stuff like that, I'm not, because he been making some real good goddamn moves, man. Real good moves. Let me see something right quick. So, and a lot of people been trying to shit on Mickey Loomis and all that, but man, he ain't been bad like that, man. Like people thinking it is. You know, getting us some production. Shit, you see how fast we try to get up in the off season shit. First day of you talk about the first day of signing. Shit, look how fast that we picked up Travis Etienne. You know what I'm saying? Look how fast that we picked up Travis Etienne when when he was on the board, and David Edwards, Caden Ellis, right? I think they two pick, but we wasn't playing no games, man, and that's kind of like the way I like to move, bro. Stop playing the fucking games, man. Stop playing the Minecraft bullshit. Let's get to it, man. Let's get straight to it. I tried to, bro. I tried to do with that smoke tech. I don't know what the fuck wrong with that. I gotta get somebody to fix that shit. I gotta get somebody to come fix it. I tried to change that fucking smoke detector out a long time, bro. And that shit is fucking just do that dumb shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I apologize if y'all can hear that noise. I can't really hear it no more. But I've been trying to do that shit. And shit fucked up. I had to get a whole new smoke detector. But yeah, man. And like I said, what y'all got? You got more questions, comments, concerns? Anybody got any questions, any comments, any concerns? You know what I'm saying? Anybody got anything that they want to talk about? Feel about it's the Saints, man. What y'all got? Hmm. What y'all got? Let me know. I just want to say I know we're gonna do good this year, y'all. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good vibe in the city when we winning. Regardless of the fact we're gonna have a good fucking team. As long as we got our franchise quarterback, I'm good. I'm not worrying about tanking or doing no shit like that to try to get it. Because I mean, like, if you got a bad team, ain't no one player gonna just shoot your shit. Unless you talking about quarterback, which we got already. But I already have a good, complete, balanced roster and keep and trade or do if we need to do a trade or pull another move next free agency. It's gonna be there. Regardless, bro, we talk about we winning the Super Bowl in the next 4 years. We building for the future, man. Kellen Moore, you got him, dog. He can build a roster from scratch. You got a nigga like that, his mindset, IQ. Him, I told you, him and Shuck. They got that IQ, man. That IQ is off the charts, bro. I respect Kellen Moore and what he doing. You know, aggressive. As soon as we got there, we was aggressive. We weren't waiting to know day two, day three. The Saints knew who they wanted to get, and they went and got him, just like what they got with Travis Etienne. When they seen Travis Etienne, they just went and got him. Just went and got him like that, bro. They wasn't playing no fucking games, man. And that's what I like about the Saints. That's what I respect about what they did, man, and that new way that they moving and stuff like that. I do. I respect it. You go get your guy that you want. We don't be sitting around. Go get Travis Etienne, and you got a guard, man, a nice guard. Play for Buffalo. If you ain't blocked right for Josh Allen, they're gonna get rid of you. I think Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken, Buffalo I think had the number one offensive uh, lineman in the league. I know they was top five. Damn Denver. Um, and that's a lot of people saying that's kind of what Bo Nix was looking so good. They got they had like the best offensive line. Let me go look it up. He did like the best offensive line. Let me see best. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Top 10 O line in NFL. Let me see. Let's see the top 10. Brother said if Ohio State guys or LSU corner not there at 8, I'll trade it the pick. I wouldn't trade the pick. If you said Ohio State or Cornell Tate, shit, I would take Makai Lemon over Cornell Tate. Me personally. So if Cornell Tate not there, I'm not gonna trade it. I do want that cornerback though. I ain't gonna cap that. Man, so Delaney, if we could get him, I wouldn't mind getting him. I read the wide receiver, but I wouldn't be pissed. Let's see. Why are they giving me all this shit, man? Give me the number one motherfucking. I say projected. I don't want. I don't want. Give me the 2025. I don't like they got the Texans on there. Ohio State defense. Oh, okay. Defensive guys. Oh, like Sonny. I don't really care for Sonny style. I mean, like I don't think we need another linebacker. I would go. Uh, if I did get somebody from Ohio State, I mean, I would get one of the. I feel like we need more of a pass rusher than a linebacker. We got Caden Ellis. We don't know what Danny Stutzman gonna be like. Um, but I see what you're saying though. But I probably would want to. I probably want a pass rusher instead of a linebacker. The linebacker pass rusher affect the game more than the linebacker, in my opinion. All right, who got the fucking best O line? Why are they talking about projected, nigga? What are they talking about, man? Fuck. It's not even fucking PFF, dude. O line. All right, is this the one I was looking at? PFF. This got to be the one. Fucking PFF acting like ass. The Broncos in the regular season after finishing number 2 last season. I think they're number 2. Yeah, Denver. I'm saying Denver throwing behind that fucking O line, man. That shit. It all depends on what kind of offense you run into. But that offensive line, man, shit. Okay, now here we go right here. Let's see. Number 1, Denver Broncos. You got number 2, Indianapolis Colts. See, that's what make Daniel Jones look better. I ain't gonna lie, this shit's starting to open my eyes to a lot of shit. Because Daniel Jones, Bo Nix looked it better, and they throwing behind that fucking O line, man. Chicago, Caleb Williams throwing behind a good O line. I know the Lions had a good O line too. Though. What the fuck are they only giving me 3 fucking teams for? I want to see the best O line. All right. Top 10 O line. Just want to look at some of these stats. Top 10 offensive line. Saints was ranked 27th. NFL offensive line ranked 26th. Texans trade. They giving me the same shit. Fantasy points. Say the Philadelphia Eagles, Denver Broncos, and Chicago Bears led the NFL in offensive line performance. They led the league in offensive line performance. Broncos top real quick. They're giving me the top 10 right here. Let's see if I can share my screen. You got Philadelphia, number 1, Denver number 2, Chicago number 3, Buffalo number 4. See, then we took David Edwards, San Francisco, Indianapolis. I don't know how Pittsburgh was that good. They should like it was fucked up. Cincinnati, is this the right fucking list? Right. And Cincinnati did improve though tremendously. Um, Atlanta, Dallas, and they couldn't do shit. But the Saints was ranked top 10 in defense, man. I want to see what the Saints rank in offense. Uh, top 32. Let's see, offense. I think it was like 28 or some shit like that. Let's go to ESPN. NFL team offensive stats. Man, we know the Rams. The Rams, damn, that motherfucker put about 400 yards a game. Dallas, 391. See, Dallas was crazy. Dallas was always good in offense, but they just could never make the playoffs and shit. No line was good. We just need left guard. Yeah, y'all lost Siamalu, which was fucking crazy. New England putting up some yards. They putting up 30 a game. See, this is what we need to get at, averaging about 30. See, that bitch was averaging 30 a game. And look, Seattle was averaging, what was it, 28. Now, if it's close like that, it don't really matter. But they offensive production. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't see how you watching that Lakers shit. Ain't got nobody playing but LeBron. Um, Chicago, San Francisco, Seattle, Indianapolis, Denver. Denver was only putting up 23 a game. How much New England was putting up? Let me see. 28. They're putting up 28 points a game. New England shit. That shit was rolling. Seattle was putting up 28. And Atlanta 20. Damn, we way at the fucking bottom. Oh shit, we was putting up 18 points a game. And just what the fuck I'm talking about, like, dude, we putting up 18 points, but our production was better than Philly and Pittsburgh. We was putting up more yards a game, but we couldn't get in the end zone and capitalize. So you see Pittsburgh 23, 22. Shit, we might have been the lowest fucking team. 18 points. Let me see. What was the lowest? The Raiders, Titans, Cleveland, See, this is what I'm saying. This shit right here, this is what I'm talking about. When people talk about they don't really want a receiver, bro. This shit got to go up. Yeah, okay, we gonna say, well, look, Tyler Shuck didn't play a full season. That's fine. But I'm not trying to leave no stone unturned when it come down to this. Yeah, I didn't know Brian was playing. This right here, bro. I can't do this. I can't do the 18 point. This is 10 points below the league average. I can't do it, bro. I'm not gonna be putting up no fucking 18 points a game, dude. Now the defense was good. That's why I say the defense was up. Our defense was top 10. That's what we're not understanding, right? Our defense, what's up, brother? What's wrong with you? Our defense was top 10, right? Top 10. And our fucking offense putting up 18 points a game. We talking about we don't want a wide receiver? Oh, man. We don't want a wide receiver, bro. We want to stay with this low powered ass fucking offense. We see Seattle was putting up 28 with a balanced defense, bro, with a nice defense. Look how much Philly dropped off, y'all. Y'all see Philly behind us, not with points, but the offense dropped off without Kellen Moore. Now this under Kellen Moore, but this is not Kellen Moore full roster, so you gotta excuse the shit. What's down with it, brother? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? We gotta excuse the shit. So I'm not trying to see no 18 points per game. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to see no shitty ass offense. I'm not. This is not Saints football, man. So we talk about getting a Cornell Tate or one of these guys that we want. We need to be talking shit. We really need to be having a serious conversation about a wide receiver, y'all. We got to, man. We got to have this conversation. We don't want to take a wide receiver in round one. But look at our fucking production. And a lot of people might say, yeah, with Shuck, we got better. We did, but Shuck played 8 games. That average should have went up a little bit more. We wasn't really scoring touchdowns. Shuck only had 10 touchdowns. Red zone efficiency, you know? And say they had 23 points versus a weak wide receiver core. Exactly. I'm just not satisfied with this level of production. And if Chris Bell is not available, listen, we got to have these conversations, man. We just got to have these conversations, you know? This shit is unacceptable. We, what is that, tied 17? We dead last in the league. Where's we sitting at? They all tied. Why does it say 17? I mean, look, bro, we bottom of the fucking list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, the score under 20 points a game, that's like that's what a dominant defense does to teams. So it's basically every time we play the opponent, their defense looked like a top 10 defense, looked like the Texans defense, holding motherfuckers to 17 points per game. It's unacceptable. 18.0. I mean, point oh, not even a point fucking 3. Point oh. Point oh, bro. That's literally gonna be 17.9, man. Like people say they don't want a wide receiver. They say they don't want a wide receiver. Don't take the wide receiver. Travis Etienne, let's do the same shit and put the load on fucking Travis Etienne. Same shit without. We can't do this, bro. Can't see get a player and put a fucking load on him. Y'all making it look like we didn't got Derrick Henry or some shit where we gonna be a run first team. No. Etienne is a fucking beast. But like I said, he could be stopped sometimes. I don't want him to, but I'm just saying, bro. I'm just telling you, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. It's just like I said. I'm not satisfied. Y'all satisfied with this chicken shit? Not me. Fuck 18 points a game. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Looking at all these teams, Philly, Pitt, Miami. Then these teams had a better record than us anyways. Carolina, Minnesota. The fucking Jets is at 17.6 with Justin Fields, bro. With Justin fucking Fields, man. I never said I was number one, bro. I agree. I think Chris Olave is number one. I'm not questioning nothing. I do think he's number one. I don't think he's a high number one, but I think he's a number one. Anytime you touching 1,000, you run one. I'm just putting a question out there so people could have their own opinion on if they think he's a one and a two. But I think he's a one. I don't think he's a high one. Like I think he's in that You know, DK Metcalf, these guys are like in the same boat. They hot, they number ones, but they could be taken out of a game. They're not like a JSN or Jamal Chase or Justin Jefferson. Those guys are dominant ones. A dominant one and a regular one. He's a regular one. He's not a dominant one. Dominant one, you could just every game they just wrecking them bitches. And you might have 2 bad games a season, but half of the game they just wrecking them. They can't be stopped. Got to be double team. Got to scheme for them. I do think Chris Olave is a one, but I think he's a low one. A low one. Till not no a low one for now. I don't mean I don't think he can produce and be better. They said saw us take JJ out of the game. Yeah, all number ones can be taken out of the game. I'm talking about you could take somebody out of the game, but that doesn't mean you're gonna take them out of the game at a rapid rate. Like you might see Jamal Chase get taken out of the game about 2 times a season. You might see where you have a bad fucking game. You've seen it against Cleveland, you've seen it against Pittsburgh. It's rare though, but you might have Chris Olave might get taken out about 5 games, a game where you have uh, perform very below under his average. But yeah, you do need a solid number two. I agree with that. That's why I'm pushing to go get this wide receiver in the first round. You do need a solid number two. You know, y'all picked up a solid number two and Pittman. You gotta have a two, bro. You're not gonna get forward out of no fucking number two, man. Unless you got an elite defense like Seattle did, or the Texans, or New England. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. You're not going. It's just not going. It's not going to be the same level of production. That's why I just think we need to go out and get a wide receiver one, uh, and do this shit. Hold up, y'all right. Yeah, like you said, fact is it Pittman. Here we go. Fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, you know, that's a solid number two pickup for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You get Pittman. That's a solid number two. You know, solid number two. You gotta have a solid number two, man. Y'all seen how that shit was in the playoffs when DK got double team and y'all couldn't score a touchdown. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. You gotta have that shit, you know. Unless you got an elite defense, like New England didn't really have a solid number two, but they had a top 5 scoring defense. Seattle had a top was the number one scoring defense, and they had Cooper Kupp as a number two, and he was decent. But you gotta have that shit, man. Gotta have it. And people try to shit on it, but you gotta have that shit, man. Today's game, man. See these fucking points, 18 points. We had a top team, see what defense. Unless you think Mansell Delane is gonna put a motherfucker over the top, right? Let's just say Mansell Delane. We go get Mansell Delane. He's the next Marshawn Lattimore or something. Unless you think Mansell Delane is gonna put us over the top, right? And turn our defense into number two, then that's different. But if you don't feel like that and feel like we might jump a few spots and we got to get some fucking offense. Like, this is bottom of the league shit that I'm looking at right here. 18 points per game is not going to win you nothing with a top, because You can have a top 10 defense all you want. Anybody could get scored on at any given moment. You can have a one bad playoff game and then you can't do shit. You got one bad playoff game and get fucking scorched. And then if your offense not producing, shit, you got to score more than 18 points a game, and your defense is getting get put up 25, bro. It's gonna be hard, bro. I would rather have a dominant number one offense and a 20th defense. That's how we run a Super Bowl. I'm gonna pick the offense over the defense, unless you give me the number one defense. But like I said, C.J. Stroud and them had the number one defense, allowing 17 points a game. This motherfucker can't even put up 20 points. 4 picks. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a retarded ass quarterback like Stroud, right? Because if you got a quarterback like CJ, it's stupid, bro. You got a quarterback like CJ Stroud and he just throwing picks, throwing just pick after pick after pick. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, like I said, you can have that and be stuck with these motherfucking 18 points a game. You're gonna be looking crazy. You're gonna be in the same scenario. I want Lemon though. You're gonna be in the same scenario, man. You're gonna be in the same scenario with this shit. It just I see it. See the pattern of this shit, man. You're gonna be in the same goddamn scenario. Looking crazy as a motherfucker. But that's just how it's gonna look, man. I just don't wanna look like this. This is bad. This shit is just it's horrible right here, man. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking abominable, right? They have 18 fucking points a game. And you talking about you don't want a wide receiver. I would be on a fucking plane going to Makai Lemon, right? I'll tell Makai Lemon or Cornell Tate, I'm gonna buy you motherfucking dinner. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I wouldn't even be having all these visits. Maybe it's people had these visits to draw people off to try to pick somebody. And listen, man, go get a motherfucking wide receiver, dude. Go get a wide receiver. Go get a Makai Lemon or a Cornell Tate. These are the two guys that I see I see Tyson, but I told y'all about I don't fuck with the injury history. Same with Chris Bell. They off the board for me. I don't want no injury prone receiver. I don't want those guys. They're injury prone. Cornell Tate, most likely, I think he might go to the Giants with Malik Neighbors out. I don't think Cornell Tate falls at 8. I don't see him sliding there for only because I think somebody like, I think it's like the Titans drafting Jeremiah Love. I wouldn't put the Titans drafting Cornell Tate on the back burner because they need a wide receiver. Now, maybe they go second round, but they need a first round type talent wide receiver. Yeah, that's fucking bad as fuck. That's horrible, bro. And we got a top 10 defense. He's going to be out during it. Now, it's not that Neighbors just going to be out, but he might not be the same player. And then you bring him in mid-season or whatever, But we had a top 10 scoring defense. I mean, we had a top 14 scoring. We had a top 10 defense last year. Saints ranked top 10 in defense. Let's go to defensive efficiency. So we looked at the offense. Let's look at the defense. I love ESPN, man. ESPN give you all the stats and shit. I know our special teams are hard. I look at defense. Rams. Is it fucking defense? Ooh, yeah, the Rams gave up all these fucking yards a game. Is that on the same fucking? Damn, it's like the same fucking schedule. Okay. The Rams wasn't giving up no 30 fucking points a game. God damn. Hold up, let me see something. No, they're still on the same shit. I'm on it. Hold up. All right, Houston. See, that's why I said Houston. And see, look, all these teams that I've been like I ain't know Minnesota defense was that good. So you got Houston 17.4, Denver 18.3, right? Bo Nix had that balanced defense. That's what they went for. But like you said, C.J. Stroud had the best defense, and he just couldn't. That motherfucker was a sellout. Minnesota 19.6, Cleveland right? And this is hold up. Now this is something I want to highlight, right? Now we look at the Cleveland Browns or the Cleveland Clowns as I call them. No fucking offense. Their defense was like the best, right? Even how good their defense was, 22 points a game, and they overall they were still playing good. Like they still ranked top 5. They had no fucking offense. Now our offense is a little better than Cleveland, but we ain't far away from Cleveland. We still ain't putting up the same points. Still in the same amount. Our efficiency might have been different, but point at the end of the day, points is gonna win the fucking game. You could light a motherfucker up all you want. If you get in the red zone and you can't score the motherfucking points and you coming up with field goals, right? You ain't gonna get nowhere. You ain't gonna get nowhere. Chargers, 20 points a game. No offense, barely. Because Justin Herbert didn't have with Lad McConkey. That's the only person they had. Now Seattle. Now they give up some yardage, right? But the point, like this is what I'm saying, when they get down to the red zone, you can stop a motherfucker. You just as good because you can stop them. They can't score. If your red zone efficiency is good, you hold a nigga to a field goal, bro. That's good. Buffalo 21.5. New England. Now look at the Saints. The Saints, right? Top of the pack. Top 10. Look, 1, 2. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Saints was number 10 in defense last year. And what did that get us? A fucking 6-11 record. Why? Because we couldn't put up no points. This is what I'm saying. You giving up 22 a game, right? But you only scoring 18. That's a losing record. You giving up more points than you putting out. I mean, 22.5 is excellent, right? 22.5 games is good, bro. KC 19.3 didn't make the playoffs. Why? Offense stale. Jacksonville made the playoffs, but they had a good offense. This is why this works. Green Bay works. Philly, it works. You look at knocking off around. You start getting out. Now you take a huge dip, right? You go to 25.5 points a game. They was giving up 25 a game. That's bad. 23. Let's see who gave the most. Look at Cincinnati. Cincinnati has fucked up defense. Pittsburgh, way at the bottom. Not to shit on Pittsburgh. I'm just saying. Unless they want to get it in. Tennessee, 28 points a game. And that's what they going to got Alante Taylor, but he ain't going to stop that shit. Because he can't cover. The New York Jets gave up 29 points, almost 30 points. Pittsburgh. Now, see, it's funny with Pittsburgh because they didn't give up that much. Like, we gave up 25, 22. Let me see how much we gave up. We gave up 22.5. I think they got the same one as us, Pittsburgh. 22.8. They gave up. Their defense was a little better than ours, but we both gave up 22 points a game. But the difference between their record and our record is the fucking the offense. They would put up more points. They were putting up 22. I think they were putting up 22 and giving 22. That's an even match. So you see, I think Pittsburgh went 10-7. The efficiency was better than ours because our defense efficiency was better. We were way up here. But look at this shit. Let's just go to some fucked up teams. Look at this. 28 points a game. Now they gave up a lot of yards. This is why Pittsburgh is down. I know why they fucked. Pittsburgh gave up a lot of fucking yards. 356.9. But when it came down in the red zone, they wouldn't let motherfuckers score on them. So, but then the Saints gave up, I think 199. Saints 299. Saints only gave up 299 yards a game. We gave up less than 300 yards a game. What's up with you, brother? Yeah, it's all good, man. Appreciate you. Who that to you, baby? Blitz, respect your grind. Reminds me of me. Glad to find the same channel. It's all good, man. Appreciate you, man, brother. Who that to you, man? Appreciate you like the content. You hear me? And so this is the shit I'm talking about right here, right? You even got Tampa giving up 340 a game. Look at this shit. Chicago was giving up 24 points a game. Still made, and it was the fucking Uh, Chicago was the number 2 seed, I believe, right? They made it. They was the Chicago was the number 2 seed in the NFC, and they gave up 361 yards a fucking game. This is what I'm saying. But when you got like Caleb Williams and the explosive offense, it don't matter because they putting up what 30 a game. So they giving up 24 and putting up. Let me go and see what Chicago was putting up. I know Chicago was top 10. What the fuck? Let's go back to Chicago offense. Chicago, look, 20. They were putting up. So they're giving up 24, but they was putting 25 a game. But look at y'all. They were putting up 369. So they had just showed you that they had a lot of time of possession, so they could run out the clock and everything because they dictate that when you got a lot of yards, your TOP gonna be high, your time of possession because you got the ball a lot to put up points. And they gave up 25. You dish out more than you take in, then you're gonna be successful. And they almost beat the motherfucking Rams. We're gonna go to turnovers in a minute. We're gonna go down this whole category, right? And we're gonna see what's going on. So let's go to the worst team. Oof, get Cincinnati. Shit. New York Giants 25. Arizona 28 points. This is why they were so trash. You know, Washington gave them many points, but look at the yards. 384. Dallas was giving up 30 fucking points. Now this was a turnaround right here. Why they didn't make it? Because they just was. When you like this and you giving up 30 points a game, you're never. But the Saints wasn't as bad. That's what I'm trying to say. They wasn't giving up 30 points a game. 28.9 Cincinnati. Washington, abominable. Right. So let's go to special teams. I know the Saints had a fucked up ass special teams too. Um, Special teams. Let's see what the Saints were. I know they was. Like, I don't even know how this special team shit worked. 25 points against what they was giving up. Fuck special teams. I don't know about special teams right now. Let's go to turnovers. This is where the Alante Taylor shit kick in. Can't get no fucking turnovers, man. Now look at Chicago plus 20 differential plus 22, right? Plus 22. Um, Look at this shit, man. Like 11. Let me see. Hold up. Look at the interceptions. Let me see if I can go over to the side. Okay, this is fumbles 4. Let's look at the interceptions. Look at the Jacksonville 12, Houston 9, Chicago 7. Now see Pittsburgh. This is real, because Pittsburgh they record was kind of funny, but they was getting a lot of fucking turnovers. 15 interceptions. Look at the interception. I'm looking at the wrong show. I only got 2 fucking screens. Anyway, I'm looking at the wrong screen. 23 interceptions. Why they got 2 things on here? Am I tripping? Why they got 2 different? Maybe this for offense and defense. Let me see. Oh, takeaways and giveaway. Okay, giveaways. Like takeaways, right? So you take away 23 interceptions. Now, see, this is fucking crazy because it's real weird how you could, if just say if you bad in one category offense, it's just like this here. You could be bad at throwing the ball, but you could be good at running the ball. So it could be a balance. And on defense, you could be bad. Like I'm talking about cover, you can't cover a motherfucker. But if you could get turnovers, right, you could stay in games. If you get turnovers, bro, you can stay in a lot of games. If your team could create turnovers like 23, it don't matter if you're giving up that much because that's keep you in the game. 19 interceptions. These motherfuckers had 23 interceptions. Led the league in takeaways. 19. Jacksonville 22. Pittsburgh 15. Rams 16. Tampa Bay 13. Philly 12. Atlanta 16. You might not see the Saints. Saints gonna probably be at the bottom of this list. 10. Look at this. We got 10 takeaways. We had 10 interceptions. Wasn't that bad, but San Francisco had 6, but it didn't really matter. Damn, and look at the Jets. Oh my God, Jets didn't have no takeaways. The first team in history to have no takeaways. Washington had 8, and it was that bad. Minnesota 8, Dallas 6. 11, 6. This is what I'm saying. It's crazy. So the Saints had 10. You gave the bitch away 12 times. So like I said, he said, we will know for sure if Alvin Kamara returns, the Saints will win again. And about the draft with Love, because Shuck still needs running back. Hold up. He said we will know. Hold up. I might read your question in a minute. Let me see something. All right. He said we will know for sure if Kamara returns, the Saints will win again. And about the draft will with Love, cause Shuck, because Shuck still needs explosive running backs. He do, but I wouldn't draft a running back. Kamara, I think Kamara will return. I think he'll be back. Him and ETN. Kamara got hurt last year in playoff games. You put him in a system like he thrived when he was with Ingram. I think it's going to be an excellent, no doubt about it, tremendous performance. Love, you get Love. Look, that's just extra running back, but I think we could do better at another spot. That's why I take wide receiver. I don't want to become too predictable and just knowing that we're going to run the ball. I want to have put Shuck back there to start dissecting. You know what I'm saying? Start dissecting immediately. You know what I'm saying? I put Shuck back there. Uh, it's just me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll do. Let's see. So yeah, I agree to his extent, but I think we already got our explosive running backs with Alvin Kamara in the backfield, and ETN. You know, I wouldn't really want three running backs on the roster. Give me two running backs and a two wide receiver. Give me another explosive wide receiver to take the top off. Give me another explosive wide receiver. So yeah, give me another explosive wide receiver that's gonna take the top off, man. You know what I'm saying? I just think three to carry three running backs. Just think it's too much. It's too much. We too much, and we need that another position. If we hurting at another position, like we hurting that wide receiver, we 18 points a game. I don't even see. We need a wide receiver. You know, um, yeah, we can have offense, but if you put another running back in there, especially the running back don't get hurt, it's just like we're gonna have good running backs that can switch out. But if we got one that could give another production, then we don't need like three, four of them. But, shit, I wanted Jeremiah Love before we got Travis Etienne, A Chain, right? I wanted him. I was like, man, go take Jeremiah Love. Shit, running back. We need some explosive running game. Not that Kamara was washed, but the fact that Kamara don't play well when he by himself. He's not not a traditional running back. He's a scat back. He catches out of the backfield, does all the dirty work, that type of shit. So that's kind of like what I'm alluding to as far as uh, we got to get somebody next to Chris Olave. Some people view Olave as a two. I'm fine with that. Go get your number one. If you think Olave is a one, two, go get your motherfucking one. We need a one, man. We need a one. We need some high powered offense, man. We need two wide receivers, man. We need two wide receivers. We need two wide receivers, man. That's just what I'm opposed to getting some more offense. 18 points a game is not going to get you to the Super Bowl. You know, we need another explosive pass catcher. You know, we got to. Now, of course, the running back. Oh, what's up, JP, Jerry J, man? You still in there? What's on with it? Yeah, of course. Like we go, like I said, we go get. Let's just say we go get a running back, right? And let's just say we go get a running back, and like the running back is going to help the offense out. No, don't get me wrong; it can add to the point total as well, right? But what I'm saying is, you don't want to throw everything on a running back. You know what I'm saying? Because your running game could be good, but like, what if one of those playoff games, the box gets stacked, it gets tough? Three running backs ain't gonna do you shit. You're gonna have to have a spread offense. You're gonna have to be able to run the ball and throw the ball. It's gonna have to be a balance. If you can't throw the ball like that, our passing attack was not that lethal. So we need to strengthen our pass attack. And trying to go get an injured ass Chris Bell, which might not even play, is not a good idea. Honestly, I agree with you. This offense league, while I was telling you about Tomlin and shit holding us back, this ain't 2007 anymore. You need three star wide receivers, right? I think you need two, but you need at least. I mean, you got three for insurance policy, but yeah, you're not winning shit without no. The only way you winning a championship, I mean, you could say Cooper Cup was their number two. He was pretty solid for them. Uh, I know that the Patriots didn't have no number two. The Broncos didn't have, but the only way you could get away without a number two is if you got an elite off. You got to have a top fucking five scoring. You got to have a top five defense. If you don't plan on getting a top five defense, you're not winning shit. You're not winning shit. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Defensive players, in my opinion, is kind of harder to pick than an offensive player. In my opinion. You know, because I've seen a lot of defensive busts that don't live up to their potential. But I've seen offensive players come in and be at least semi efficient. At least semi efficient in uh what they can do. At least semi efficient. You just not finna set me on a rat poison with no fucking. I seen it. It was bad. I mean, shit, you look at Pittsburgh. They was fucking bad without a second receiver. With Kelvin Austin, they sometimes motherfuckers step up, sometimes they don't. It's bad when you ain't got a wide receiver too to depend on. It's bad. I mean, listen, some of these games we like. Do y'all want to barely win games? Like the only team that we blew out was the Jets, right? And that's the fucking New York Jets, trash. But do we really want to be? Do we want to have close games all the time, nail biters? Like we beating Atlanta by 2 points. I mean, beating Carolina what 17, 14, 20 to 17. Like you gotta think about it. Some of these games, bro, you don't want to have no close ass playoff game. Because to think about it like this here, just say you have an explosive defense, but your offense is just fucking terrible one game. And you playing going against the best defense, you can put up what 9 points. And their offense, your defense is not as good, but they still managed to get over 10 points. You fucking cooked. Your ass is gonna be cooked. That's why I don't understand why I just don't understand why this is a hard pick. This is a no brainer for me. I'm taking a motherfucking wide receiver. I'm taking Makai Lemon, right? That could create separation. I'm taking Cornell Tate. If these guys, for some reason, which I know Makai Lemon gonna fall, but just say, like you said, Cornell Tate don't fall there, right? Let's just say he hypothetically don't fall. Then you go get Makai Lemon. Then you go get Makai Lemon. You just got to, man. I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I don't want to pass up on this shit, man. He said I saw him on the Saints channel. Oh, he said, why my son just mentioned is he switching up? Who seen who on the Saints channel? But yeah, like I was saying, man, it's fucking crazy. Um, y'all let me know what y'all want to take. What y'all want to take? Wide receiver or defensive back? You know, if you're a team like the Bengals or some shit, you need defense. You got two wide receivers, Jamal Chase, T. Higgins. You go defense unless you just want to go crazy on offense. I see some people project them to take King Sadiq, but I'm not opposed to doing no stupid shit like that. I'm just not. I'm not take. I'm gonna take the perennial need is what it is, bro. Is what it is. What it is. Some people say, well, Rattler was contributed to the 18 points. Yeah, he was, but I mean, it wasn't like when Tyler Shuck was putting up numbers. But we wanted to get Tyler Shuck only had 10 touchdowns. What I'm saying is, in the 8 game span, Tyler Shuck was supposed to have more touchdowns than that. That shows a lack of our receivers can't get in the end zone when we get in those tight red zone spots. Not Tyler Shuck's fault. It's just a lack of receivers thereof that can't get the job done. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's the type of shit that I'm saying. Like that's the type of shit that fucks stuff up, man. You gotta be real, man. Shit. It is what it is, man. You know, shit. That's what people try to do. They smoke for that shit. But you need a top wide receiver duo in this game. That's just you're gonna have to need elite pass catchers. You're not getting no far if you ain't got uh elite pass catchers. I'm just sorry it's not happening. Just not happening. Let's see. Um, so let's see. So I was on what defense? This offense, yeah, offense 18 points. So yeah, this is fucking pathetic. This is fucking pathetic. On ESPN, they got us ranked 8. Wide receiver. I don't know where they got us at. Shit. They do what they fucking want, man, with a nigga. Oh, shit. They rank us where they want to rank us and shit. So that's the rankings right there, man. So like I said, y'all seen the rankings and shit, man. That's just how it go, man. Like I told you, man, that's shit how it go. You know? It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But like I said, man, anybody got any questions, comments, concerns, man? This is yeah, that's basically what it is, man. Hey, you see the bad offense? Well, I'm gonna see what class I'm doing tomorrow. I'm just so happy. There'll be so much to chop it up more, y'all, when this draft actually is complete and we see what's going on. We're gonna take, but now if you take a Manso Delane, I'm not tripping. You take a guy like that, motherfucker like that, I'm not gonna, you know, piss up a river about it. I'm not gonna be that pissed. But I'm not really sold on David Bailey like that. I'm not saying I'm not one of these pass rushers. I don't really know if I want to take a pass rusher. I don't know, man. Like, what if these guys is not productive as we? What if they semi-productive? Like semi-productive, and they just don't. What if they just not as projected? Like as far as they decent. Like they like a nice pass rusher, but like a Carl Granderson, decent pass rusher, but not don't live up to that potential, man. I don't fucking know, man. Like they're going up against, you still going up against NFL talent. Always got to take that in consideration from college to the pros. You know, you could look at it the other way around that they still coming into good talent as well, more good talent, NFL talent coming in there. But going from college to the pros, man, is I just feel like Tyler Shuck at this stage of the career. I just feel like Tyler Shuck can elevate our offense, man. I feel like Tyler Shuck can just elevate us to a certain level, bro. That just these was any receiver that come in is gonna be productive under Tyler Shuck. That's what I believe. Anyone that come in there, he's gonna be automatically productive because you got that high IQ level of Tyler Shuck that can make these guys ultra productive. You know what I'm saying? They can make these guys ultra productive. It just can, man. Like I don't really know what to tell you about it, but shit. That's just how I'm feeling about it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. But now we get Mansoor, and this the guy is who he say he is, right? I'm fucking with him, but I'm not really too sold on the second round talent. But I'm gonna get ready to get off it, man. I do appreciate y'all for coming up here, man. Chilling with me, man. Catch me tomorrow at 9:00, 9 p.m. It's gonna be the last day till Monday, and then Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Y'all. Then after the draft, after when training camps start opening back up, and the season, we're gonna be live every day, Monday through Sunday, when they got games and stuff to talk about. So uh, most likely to definitely Sunday through Friday. But right now, man, I appreciate y'all. Man, anybody got any last questions, comments, or concerns before I get off there? Appreciate it. Anybody got any last questions, comments, or concerns? I'll open it up for questions for 30 more seconds. If y'all got something, and then I'll be good to go. Appreciate y'all for whoever in here, man. Appreciate you, TK, for being in here. Appreciate Black Magic. Appreciate all my Saints fans that's in here. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, man, for showing y'all support here, man. Who that to you? But we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, man. I'm ready to play some ball. I'm ready to play ball, man. Well, like I said, man, I'm out, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Check me out tomorrow, man, 9 p.m. We going live tomorrow for 9 p.m. So who that? And I'm out.